Good evening, and welcome to the second day of Golden Jubilee Masterclass series, a gift to the fraternity of photography. This is an initiative of the Dam Photo Unit to commemorate our 50th year of continuous growth and service to the photographic development in India. You can watch this session live in Facebook Live. If you have any kind of problem in watching this session, you can kindly get in touch with us. So, established in 1973, we have traveled a long way through many ups and downs. As we celebrate the 50th year, we remember the pioneer, Sri Dilip Kumar Bose, our beloved sir, who could think, adopt, and never quit to establish an institute like this. Swami Vivekananda said, "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is achieved." Swami Vivekananda delivered his famous speech on this day, that is 11th September 1893, at the First World's Parliament of Religions on the site of the present-day Art Institute in Chicago. We worship the great visionary on this day. India, our country, with all her diversity, is a feast for mind and soul that tries to find her. Our master teacher for today's workshop hails from the city famous for its adab and tahzib, that is manners and hospitality, intricate embroidery, beautiful gardens, and dance forms, and also bears the wounds of the 1857 Indian Mutiny, the mark of which is still alive in the Lucknow residency. His photographs take us through the bricks and bullets into the heart of the bygone days. He recently has traveled through the rugged region of Ladakh, a dry desert, and has captured the beauty of the region which enthralls us. It is an illusion that photos are made with the camera. They are made with the eye. The photos are made with the camera. They are actually made with the eye, heart, and head. This is a famous saying by Henri Cartier-Bresson. Retired as head of Photo Division, National Research Laboratory for Conservation of Cultural Property, presently he is the president of Lucknow Camera Club. He has been conferred with rare international honors, MFIAP, an honor which till date only 15 Indian photo artists have achieved. He was the president of Federation of Indian Photography, the premier national body of photography in the country, and that was from 2013 to 2016. Apart from receiving many awards, honors, and prizes, publishing articles, being the jury at many prestigious salons, He has been tirelessly teaching photography at different levels at different institutes and organizations. He is a regular columnist, writing about the legendary photographers under the columns Mahan Bimotia in Studio News, published from Lucknow. His article on Sri Dilip Kumar Bose was published in the September issue in 2018. We are fortunate that we could confer him with the FFU, that is Fellow of Photo Unit, an honor presented to the greatest photographers for their contribution for the development of photography in 2020. Now, let us welcome Sri Anil Risal Singh. Namaskar, Anilji.
Namaskar, Sanchita ji. Namaskar.
So, before we go for this session, this workshop, I would like to know just what took you to the rugged regions of Ladakh and Zanskar.
May I start my presentation, Sanchita ji? Can you hear me?
Yes, sure, definitely. During the
Uh, shall I start? Hello, can you hear me?
yes, please start,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
You
Thank you,
can
thank
start.
you, thank you so very much. And I welcome all the viewers. Uh, and I would like to thank the Dum Dum Photo Unit for giving me this opportunity uh, to interact with you through this presentation of Zanskar Valley. I'm really very glad to know that Dum Dum Photo Unit is celebrating the Golden Jubilee celebration. It's a highly commendable thing. I would like to convey my tribute to great master late Dalip Kumar Bose. I We all remember him. He is in our hearts. So, with these words, I would like to start my presentation. And as you can see, the title Incredible India, and with a special reference of Zanskar Valley. This is a sort of travelogue, friends. So, you'll be having many documentary images showing different places as a documentary. Then we'll be having some information in the text form about that particular place, and of course some pictorial landscape images, some compositions and all that. And this region of Ladakh of our country, uh, the Zanskar Valley, this is somewhat very special. I have visited Ladakh previously 2 times, but this trip was somewhat very special. And I always say about Ladakh, Ladakh is rugged, Ladakh or Zanskar is rough, hard, barren land is there, rocky, tough, and very difficult. Terrain is very difficult. Uh, Very few tourists or people used to prefer to go to Zanskar Valley due to this rugged terrain. But I always say this is the rugged marble. This is the glorious rugged land. It is very difficult to describe in words. I hope my images will be able to do that. Another nomenclature I'll give it to barren magnificence. It is dry, it is hard, but a peculiar sort of beauty is there. So now I go on. This was our itinerary. We started our journey from Gurugram on 22nd September, and you can read out on 13th day where we started from on 4th of October 2021 from Manali to Delhi, uh, back to Delhi. So for about 13 days we were there, and I would like to show the map how we traveled it from here from Srinagar. We came to Sonmarg, then to Kargil region we traveled, then from Kargil to Purtikche, and now from here this is towards Purtikche, the Zanskar Valley started. From Purtikche we went to another place, Prakachik, then from Prakachik to Rangdum, then we came to Pensila region where we have the Drang Drang Glacier, the magnificent glacier. Then from Rangdum we went to Padum. Here you can say Padum. And from Padum we came to Purne, and from Purne to Mount Gumbo Rangjum, and from that place to Manali and then to Delhi. So that was the route I shared with you with the help of the Zanskar Valley roadmap. Uh, Here you can see the master of this trip, Mr. Umesh Gogna. He used to take only three people, and we three people, myself, my friend Mr. Trish Kapoor from Kausani, and another of my friend Mr. Mukesh Srivastav from Dhanbad. We three people with Mr. Umesh Gogna. We started 22nd September sharp 5 a.m. and the from the Patni top. And Patni top is a 720 kilometers. And the in charge on the steering, you can see Mr. Umesh Gogna. We reached by in the evening. We had tea and all that. Then he took to us one temple, which was about 3 kilometer, and it was very good exercise because traveling more than 700 kilometers, our body got stiffed, and then when we walked, it was a great relief. And some pictures of the Patni top that night, I would rather say, because sun uh, was set. Few images I'll be sharing with you. Patni top. Patni top is a hilltop tourist location situated in the Udhampur districts of Jammu and Kashmir, situated on the plateau in the Shivalik belt of the Himalayas at the height of 2024 meters. It is located on the Jammu Srinagar National Highway, 112 kilometers from Jammu, on the way from Udhampur to Srinagar. The river Chenab flows in close proximity to the location. This is the place, this is the guest house where we stayed at Patni Top, and this is the picture of second day morning. Second day morning, we had a very small outing, and one image of the second day I'll be sharing with you. Uh, as you know, I am very much interested in form and color and texture. So this image from the second day from Patni trip. Then on 23rd September, we started from Patni to Sonamurg via Srinagar. We halted at Srinagar. Very brief halt was there, about 30 minutes, and very hurriedly we made some images. So, uh, three, four images of the Srinagar. Of course, is the Dal Lake of Srinagar. I'll be sharing with you. As you know, Srinagar is the largest city and the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, situated at the height of 1,585 meters, lies in the Kashmir Valley on the banks. A big valley is there. Uh, it is hard to imagine that we are on the mountains when we are in the valley of Srinagar. Lies in the Kashmir Valley on the banks of the Jhelum River, a tributary of Indus, Dal, and Anchar Lake. The city is known for its natural environment, gardens, waterfronts, and houseboats. And from Srinagar, uh, the from Patni top to Srinagar, the distance was 171 kilometers. So from Srinagar, we started for these are images Dal Lake, you can see the Dal Lake images from Srinagar. I always say when we go little close, little more beauty we can come through. Now, Sonmarg. This is the outskirt of the Sonmarg. And from Srinagar, the distance of the Sonmarg is 80 kilometers. And what a natural beauty. So, two images. Sonmarg is a hill station located at the Ganderbal district of the Jammu and Kashmir. It is located about 62 kilometers from the Ganderbal town and 80 kilometers northwest to the capital city of Srinagar, situated at the heights of 2,730 meters. Sonmarg had historical significance as the gateway on the ancient Silk Road trends, connecting Jammu and Kashmir with Tibet. Sonmarg gives rise to the Three Sisters, a group of rivers, the Lidr, Sindh, and Neela. Another picture. We are just about to enter Sonmarg. The natural beauty is spread over all the places. And I did some experimental landscape over there. Three, four images I'll be sharing with you. And the log was uh, there on the ground, and the texture and color of the log, which is in my foreground of the picture, was having lot of interest. And I put in the experimental landscape category. And this is another image. I added the canvas screen to it. I always feel the experimentation is a key to art and aesthetics. Another, that the texture of the log was very, very interesting, friends. Then this is the place, the Hotel Glacier Heights, where we stayed. Next day, on third day, which was 24th September, we started from Sonmarg to Purtikche. We are about to enter the Zanskar Valley. And from Sonmarg to Purtikche, the distance was 121 kilometers on way to Purtikche. This image was taken on way to Purtikche. Very rugged, as I said, very tough, rugged, and barren land you can encounter. But what a beauty! Zanskar Valley, the land of white copper. The origin of the name Zanskar is probably due to the natural occurrence of the copper in the region. The name is derived from the Tibetan word Zang, meaning copper, and Skar meaning valley. On way to Purtikche, this image was made, and huge pieces of the porous stones stand like the monoliths, and the rock faces carved intricately by the millions of years of the air and the water erosion. And I always say and I always feel that nature is the great artist. We we artists working with a different medium used to take inspiration from nature itself. It is the nature which inspired me to create. Yes. Another image. Then the land of white copper, as I said, Zanskar once used to be a part of the Tibetan kingdom of Guj. Probably after 10th century AD, the kingdom of Guj included a part of the western Tibet along with the Ladakh, Spiti, and Zanskar. The kingdom of Zanskar was later split into Padum, Zangla, and Kishtwar. The landlocked Zanskar region is existed as a peaceful Buddhist kingdom. The rock, hard, dry, rugged, but beautiful. Zanskar Valley, the hidden gem of Ladakh, we used to call it, sitting comfortably at the heights of 13,154 feet. Zanskar Valley is a semi-arid region that is nestled in the lap of northern flank of Great Himalayas. Friends. Zanskar's pristine water bodies, snow-capped mountains, surroundings regions, and scenic landscape work as the major draw of tourists. This region is a hilltop or famous for adventure activities. on way to Kurtikche, I asked our companion, Mr. Mukesh Srivastav, to be at that particular place to give a dimension to this picture since he was wearing the green jacket. Now we have come to the Zozila Pass, another important place of the Zanskar Valley, and uh, it is very important to know for how Zozila Pass is famous for. Zozila is a high mountain pass in the Himalayas in the Ladakh, located in the Dras. The pass connected the Kashmir Valley to its west with the Dras and the Suru Valley. Suru Valley is another very important. Some images of the Suru Valley will be shown to you. Uh, to the northeast and the Indus Valley, the farthest east. According to some sources, Zozila means the mountain pass of blizzards. However, the word for blizzards, Zozi, is actually Duzila, the goddess of Tibetan four seasons, friends. Now, this is the Zozila War Memorial, and to know something about the Zozila War Memorial is very important. And this is the information about that place. At the altitude of 1157, 578 feet, it connects Ladakh region with Kashmir Valley. It is 24 kilometers from Sonmarg on NH1D. Zozila War Memorial was built in the memory of soldiers who made supreme sacrifice during the war of with Pakistan in 1947 to 48. So this is the place where we can have our tribute to our brave soldiers, and this is the image from the Zozila region. In this particular trip, my attention was more on the foreground. You can, when you see the images, more images, then you can come to know that. The rocks are barren but have the beautiful texture and color. Here I added the uh, canvas screen, friends. Now, there is a village called Matyan village on the way to Jozila and Dras. And I would like to share the houses were very colorful. They have painted it very colorful, as you can see. And the people also. Here you can see a traveler with his pony. How beautiful uh, uh, cloth on the back of the pony, and the surrounding is also very colorful and beautiful. So it was a different experience that a person is traveling on the pony. So it's good. Uh, Saving the region from the pollution of the vehicles. So this is the Matyan village, and we stopped on a way at one place. Some uh, rocky structures were there, small rocks were there, and water was flowing with a great speed. So, in the due course of time, water must have cutted the rocks. So, very interesting structures and patterns were there, and few images of this place I am sharing with you. The stones were like a precious stones. So amazing place. We were there for about 40 minutes, but wanted to have much more have more time over there. But we had to leave the place about uh, after about 40 minutes. Just see, this is the long landscape image having stony structures in the background. Hello, what happened? Hello, it is not working. Slide is not changing. Can you help me?
Sir, can you please refresh your slide once again? Sir, can you
Refresh.
please refresh? Just,
How
just,
to re-
just,
how to
just,
refresh?
just, just to maximize your slide. Just maximize your presentation.
Yes, I did it.
No, no, this is
Nothing.
the WhatsApp link. This is WhatsApp.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
okay, okay.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How beautiful these stone stones are. How colorful. And this is a very peculiarly shaped stone. I did made many pictures from every side, and two images I am sharing with you. And again, I will put it into words. Nature is a great artist, friends. I personally like this image very much. When we go too close to any object, we can encounter a different sort of beauty. So now another important place. You must have heard about the Kargil War Memorial. This is the entrance of Kargil War Memorial, and few slides of this region I'll be sharing with you. We all know about the Kargil War. Kargil War in the winter of 1998-1999, the Pakistan Army crossed the line of control (LOC) and occupied the numerous heights in Indian administrated Kashmir. Pakistani forces were dominating the national highway and roads connecting to Leh Ladakh and Kargil to Srinagar. The Indian Army launched Operation Vijay in May 1999 to retake the territory, leading to fierce battles in the harsh mountain environment. The operation continues for over 2 months, leading to the crushing defeat to Pakistan Army. And we bow our heads to our brave soldiers who are responsible for the safety of our country and the people of India. They sacrificed even their lives to save us. The Kargil War Memorial, also known as the Dras War Memorial, as a war memorial built by the Indian Army in the town of Dras, commemorating the 1999 Kargil War between India and Pakistan. The memorial is located on the Srinagar Leh National Highway, one day about 5 kilometers from the city center across the Tiger Hill. Each year, 26 July is observed as the Kargil Vijay Divas, during which the Prime Minister of India pays tribute to the soldiers at Amar Jawan Jyoti at New Delhi. So these are some images of the Kargil War Memorial. If you are in the Zanskar Valley, kindly visit Kargil War Memorial. Very beautifully designed and decorated with the natural resources. And the Bofors gun were displayed over there. The fighter jets were displayed over there, and lot of the stone or metal burst was displayed over there. The memorial feature uh, two names I am mentioning here: the Captain Manoj Pandey and Captain Vikram Batra Gallery, which commemorates young officers who were posthumously awarded the Paramveer Chakra, India's highest military award for leadership during the war. There are a lot more bursts in in metal, in bronze displayed over there. That was wonderful sight to see. Just to imagine uh, the bravery of these brave soldiers of our country, friends. This is Captain Manoj Pandey's statue. Surrounding is beautiful. And this is Captain Vikram Batra's statue. Both were awarded the highest honor, Paramveer Chakra. And selfie to banti thi, friend. So this is the selfie we had over there, Kargil War Memorial. Now we have come to Purtikche, and this is the guest house where we stayed over there. And It was late in the evening, but Umesh Gognaji took us for a small walk towards the river Suru, and uh, this Purtekche is the village in the Shankhu Tehsil of Kargil district of Jammu and Kashmir state. It is located 15 kilometers away from the sub-district headquarters Shankho. It is the ancient village and a viewpoint for the famous Nunkun peaks. The river Suru flows down with the backdrop of Nunkun peaks. So that evening, light was uh, going on. This is the structure when we were entering to Kurtikche. Very interesting for me. This is Nunkun peaks in the background and the Suru river. Light was very poor, but we did some photography. So two images of that evening, late evening rather, I'm sharing with you, having the Nunkun peaks and the Suru river. Then uh, this is you can see the Suru river over here. This is Putukche, and here the twin Nunkun peaks were there. Beautiful here we did in the first day's night we have some Milky Way. I tried my hands, and this is the image. And this is the second day of Purtikche. Again, we were at the same site of Nunkun Peaks and the Suru River, with all our stands opened, engrossed in making the images. Me myself with Mr. Umesh Gogna. This is Nunkun Peak and Suru River. What a graphic pattern we are having in the foreground, friends. Another, a wider view of the same place. And sometimes images can be more fascinating in monochrome, in black and white. This may be a good example of that. A lonely, lighter weight stone at the background. And then the rugged stony structure of the wall and the door surface of the door itself is having lot of zigzags and uh, rough pattern, and people of the place is always very important. So two images of the beautiful small girls I'm sharing with you. People, especially children, are very beautiful. This region's children are really very beautiful and innocent. And this image was made from the place where we stayed upon. These sunflowers in the foreground, and in the background, the rugged structure, mountain, and the interesting pattern of the cloud. Now we have started on day 5, Purtikche to Prakachik, and the distance was 53 kilometers. So on the way, we made some images, and those images I am sharing with you. Some images were even taken from the vehicle itself, because although whenever we asked to stop the car, Mr. Umesh Gogna was kind enough to stop each and every time, but sometime we used to hesitate to ask him to stop the car. So we made the images from the running vehicle from the window itself. So these are the images made from the running vehicle on way to Prakachik from Purtikche. And this is the Prakachik, the place, Prakachik. Nunkun peaks you can see in the background. Uh, Different view. Prakachik village is located in the Shankhu Tehsil of Kargil district of Jammu and Kashmir. It is situated 60 kilometers away from the sub-district headquarters Shankhu and 52 kilometers away from the district headquarters Kargil. The total geological area of village is about 200 hectares, you can say. Prakachik has total population of 1,138 people. Literacy rate is about 43%. There are about 137 houses in Prakachik village. And when we are on the way from Prakachik to Rangdum, very important place, Rangdum. We stayed at Rangdum for 2 days. We are coming to that part, and this is on the way. The peculiar thing of this Zanskar Valley, here on the right hand side, we have the snow clad mountains all along the road, and on left hand side, all dry, rugged, hard rocks, rocks only, nothing else. So, on left and right, different scenario is there, and these are some of the things which are having the verses, and lot of road construction activities are going on in this region. So I have included 2 3 slides showing how hard working is going on there to make the roads, because it is very very important. China is very close in this region. To have the good road is the uh, need of the time. Lot of big machines are working continuously to make the roads. Just see the rocks. These are the different minerals on the rock. These colors are of the mineral. So, in this region, the different colors you will find on the mountainous rocks, dry rocks of the region of Zanskar Valley. Now we have come to the Suru Valley. Although the light condition was not favorable, sun was at the top. So, but even then, I always believe pictures can be made anytime and every time, anywhere and everywhere. So some of the pictures I'm showing, I'm sharing with you when sun was at the top, because we reached Suru at that particular time. But Suru Valley is beautiful, beautiful. And we were there in late September, October, so the grass was changing the color, warmer colors, yellow, orange, red, you can see. So when the time, when, which month you are visiting this place, it is very, very important. Suru Valley comprises the far west of Ladakh and situated at an average elevation of 3,000 meters, so starting from the major town of Kargil. Suru Valley extends it's up to the Penzilla Glacier, where the Suru River originates. The lower Suru Valley is one of the most agriculturally fertile region of Ladakh, with the two crops being harvested annually, friends. All this is thanks to the presence of the Suru River and nearby melting glaciers. And this is uh, the Suru Valley in the map, and some more images of the Suru Valley. Lighting was flat, you can see, you can experience by showing these pictures. But plays were very, very interesting, beautiful, a different sort of beautiful. The diversity of our country is very, very important. Diversify beauty, you can see. The largeness, the hugeness of the mountains or rocky structures. Some different aspect of the Suru Valley. The color of grass is very important over here. The rugged beauty. On the roadside itself, you can have this colorful grass changing the color to the warmer tone. And how dry the place, by seeing this image, you can imagine. Beautiful, beautiful. We uh, went little down to the riverside, and these images were made from there. We stopped here for about 30 minutes on the way. As I said, my more attention was on the foreground of the picture. And how interesting is the foreground? A delicate colors as a painter painted a painting. Yes, on the way from the running vehicle, a big star, but it is not a star. This is the sun making the star like structure. And on the way, we have come across a twin lakes, Stetso and Langsto. We stopped here for about 40 minutes and some images of this region of Stetso and Langso lakes. Beautiful place. Actually, we didn't want to leave this place. Wish to have more time to be there, but since we have to travel lot more distance, so about 40 minutes we were there. And the Twin Lakes, Longso and Stetso, lie just around the corner of Pensila Pass, which connects Zanskar Valley to the Zuru Valley. Excuse me. What makes them famous tourist attraction in Ladakh is their phenomenal beauty, which you have to see to believe. Yes, seeing is believing, and I have seen, and I can say this is very beautiful location place. These two spectacular beautiful lakes are so pure and clean that one can see the reflection of the snow-capped peaks of Zinskar in the background. One can also camp by the lake and have a great time. Some more images from this lake. State So and Long So lakes. Again, this is the wider using the wider focal length of the lens, and again my more attention was on the foreground. Then again on the way to Rangdum, motor riders or motorcycle. On the way, we found lot of travelers on motorbikes, adventure travelers. Very difficult, but it was a great adventure. And then we had come to another place, Drangdrum Glacier in Peninsula region. And just see the S-shaped glacier. It is a huge glacier, friends. And in the backdrop, you can see the snow-clad mountains. Uh, at the we came to this place at the different time of the day. Twice we came to this place, and those the images made at the different time of the day I'm sharing with you. This Drangdung Glacier is the mountain glacier near the Pensila Kargil Zanskar road in the Kargil district of Ladakh. The Drang Dung Glacier is a long river of ice and snow, a source of the Stot River, which is a tributary to the Zanskar River. The Drang Dung Glacier is likely to be the largest glacier in Ladakh. That's why it is very important. Now, here in Pensila region, this is the Drang Dung Glacier. I study in monochrome. I converted the image in monochrome. The sun was setting. These are the last rays on the mountains. Little wider image, little more wider. This is again the last rays are on the highest peaks of the snow-clad mountain. You can see, and the rest of the region as the color temperature was very high. It is in bluish tint than another a vertical composition. So एक पिक्चर तो यहाँ पे चारों फोर मस्केटियर्स के साथ बनती थी. So we four are there. Myself on extreme right, then Mukesh ji, then Trish Kapoor, then Mr. Umesh Kogna. Memorable picture. Memorable picture. I may not go this place again in my life, but by seeing the picture, I can feel that I was there sometime. So this is the strength of photography. So while descending from the peninsula, the circuitous road seems to be very beautiful. This is a close-up of that. Now, We are very close to Rangdong, and this is a landscape we made there. Just see how diversified beauty you can encounter with friends. This region is difficult and rugged, but the beauty you'll be able to see over there is unparalleled. Now, these chortens, these are also most of the time work as the pictorial element of the picture of the image. We are now very close to Rangdung. This is the Rangdum guest house where we stayed. Rangdum is a big place, and we stayed here for 2 days, for 26th and 27th September. And here again, a picture of uh, the four persons, and at the background you can see the Shepherd Peak. And Rangtum is a village located in the Suru Valley in the Union Territory of Ladakh in the northern India. No, one side are the colorful hills. On one side are the colorful hills, friends, while on the other side are the Rocky Mountains and glaciers. So it was wonderful to see the different sides on the left and right. Rangdum is located midway between Kargil and Padum. It is about 100 kilometers from Kargil. Rangdum, with its Gompa and the attendant village of Juludok, is the last inhabited region in the Suru Valley. It is also the destination of the nomadic herd people called Bakarwals, the shepherd. So these are some pictures showing you the Bakarwals. We are on the road on the little elevated side. We just saw some Bakarwals or nomadic herd people are going on. We just the vehicle was stopped and we just got out the vehicle and ran towards. It was the sort of river basin, little downwards. So we ran and then hurriedly made some images, and I'm sharing how beautiful structure in the background of this rocky mountain, friends. So here in the background is Shepherd Peak and the Bakarwals with their animals, yaks, etc. A landscape. And here, the main Rangdung locality. This is in the background. This is the rest house, and this is the kitchen, and some more buildings were there. And as I said, these days I am working on form and color. So this images was made under the theme, and then I cropped it, and now it is looking more interesting, friends. Under the theme of form and color, a lot of geometrical uh, forms are there. You can see in the picture, and this is the big communication center is coming up even. So this is Rangdum is very important place, but it is going to be more important place our this setup will be completed. This is the entrance of the Rangdum. Very few houses, but very important place. And a bus is coming and coming and coming. The golden light, the dust, all the pictorial elements of picture making. The Rangdum, barren land, very interesting shadows. This is the Rangdum monastery, and how beautiful surroundings it has got. As I said, the grasses were changing the color. In the foreground, you can see the warmer, the orangish color is there. And at the back, very interesting pattern structures in the dry mountain, and still at the back, the snow clad mountain. This is another view of Rangdum monastery. Another one. We did a lot of photography, lot of photography. We were lost there, friends. Rangdu Monastery. Now we will visit the Rangdu Monastery. Rangdu Monastery is the Tibetan Buddhist monastery belonging to the Gelugpa sect situated on the top of the small but steep Sugarloaf Hill at an altitude of the 4,031 meters at the head of the Suru Valley. According to an inscription, the monastery was built by the Gallic Yeshi Takpa during the regime of the king Chuswang Mangyal of Ladakh about 200 years ago. So again, this is the view of Rangdom Monastery, a different view, a different landscape, very different. Is it Makana's gold sea? Sun was setting and having golden glow of the mountain and this river tributary in the foreground. A close up. And this is Shepherd Peak in the background, and these Bakkarwals are in the picture. So Shepherd Peaks and the shepherds. Mr. Mukesh ji was busy making image, and I made image out of it. Then surrounding some houses, beautiful location, very very beautiful. As I said, it is very difficult to describe the beauty in words, but maybe my images, by seeing the images, you can experience the beauty of that region. These the chortens, the reflections in the water. Some pockets of the water bodies were there, which got us the opportunity to the making some very nice pictures. Just see, this was horizontal. Actually, we should always explore the place. We should make vertical, horizontal compositions, making different focal lengths of the lenses going here and there, different angles. We should try each and everything. We may not be able to come that place again. Ladies are, as the ladies of the mountain, always very laborious. What a weight they are carrying on their backs. In the background, three chotins and the rugged mountain. Now, as I said, the small water bodies present there, they were giving up for making beautiful pictures. And again, my emphasis was on the foreground of the picture. Some images are in the same pattern. This algal growth, this yellowish or green is the algal growth in these water bodies. Queen's necklace, you can say. Oh, Om Mani Padmana Home, the famous shlok, Buddhist shlok. How beautiful the surrounding is. I have gone, my mind and soul gone to that region by seeing my images in it. All of the sudden, we saw a white horse is running. We were making pictures on the other side, but again we ran to that side. We pointed our cameras to that side, and I was able to make only two pictures. One I am sharing with you as this horse came down from the heaven. These are the modern constructions of at Rangdong, and they used to make these cement blocks and made the buildings out of that. But traditional houses are made with the mud. These are the mud house. A very thick wall is there, and at the roof they used to put different things, the wooden things, and which may act as a buffer in the winters to protect them from the cold. So these are the traditional houses, and these traditional houses are very beautiful, very different, very peculiar. Just see, they are having the flowering plant inside, the house. And as I said, they are putting the wooden structures, these branches over there, which act like a buffer in the winters. Outer view of the wall. I made many images because it interested me a lot. A motive, you can say, a triangle and some splash of the terracotta color on the uneven wall of that house. Now from Rangdum to Padum, and uh, on the way we stopped to have a tea and Maggie on this village. This is the Akshu village, and at the back you can see the fresh stream of water. We drank from this water, and what was the taste? Real mineral water, friends. So we had a very good stoppage there, stretched our bodies, had tasty Maggie and hot tea. It was really very different experience. We had lot of fun, lot of picture making, lot of different experiences of life. Now we are very close to Padum, friends, and Padum is very important place, district headquarters, you can say. Padum is a town named after the Padma Sambhava. It is the only town administrative center in Zanskar. It was historically one of the two main capitals of Zanskar kingdom, the other being the Zangla. It is 140 kilometers away via the link road from the Kargil town. But Zangla Palace we have here about 35 kilometers. We'll come to that place. Padum is at the center of the tri-armed Zanskar Valley. It has an average elevation of 3,657 meters. There are several villages to the northeast of Padum leading to the Karsha monastery. And this Padum is largely inhabited by the people of the Tibetan descent who follow Tibetan Buddhism. But there is a sizable Muslim minority, mainly Balti people we call them, who have been present in the Padum since 17th century. So on way to Karsa Monastery, all the monasteries are usually on the top of the hill. This is the Karsa Monastery, very important monastery. This this is some of the details about the Karsa Monastery. I'm not going to read it out. You may read it out to yourself. But the important thing, the monastery is under the control of the younger brother of His Excellency Dalai Lama. Now, from Padum, here Padum, Karsa is 12 kilometer. This is here the Karsa monastery. And with a monk, when we are at the top of the Karsa monastery, this is the view from that, and this is again from the top, snow-clad mountains. You can see the valley having a river and some of the houses you can see, and these are the, you can say, the motifs or different colored structures on the wall and the doors. Very interesting. Two images I am sharing with you. Very colorful. Then to the Sani village. Here, the beautiful village is situated on the way to Padum, and it is the second nearest village to Padum. It is situated on the Kargil Zanskar highway. As these are literally no guest houses in the village, one can check in the hotel in the Padum. Yes, we stayed in the Padum and then make this village uh, a 1 day trip. It's hardly 20 minutes drive from the Padum. So the monastery is there, and a lake is there. We are going to see those images. This is the Barden Monastery, very important Barden Monastery is here. This is one of the wall of the Barden Monastery. Again, the traditional house. They are piling wooden things at the roof just to act as a buffer to stop the cold in the winters. This is the lady of the region. Now this is the love, happy Buddha. It is this statue is called the happy Buddha at Sani, and all around is the lake, and in the lake different vegetation and algal and fungal and growth is there, so making it very very colorful. Few images of that one. My my interest, form and color. Now in the evening. Uh, we started for the Zangla Palace, which is about 35 kilometers from Padum. And on the way, we were able to make such beautiful images. So these images on the way to Zangla Palace from Padum. What a beauty! It's scattered everywhere. Hard, dry, rugged, but beautiful. There is scarcity of water. That's why dryness. Most of the region is dry. This is soil erosion you can see in the muddy structures on the lower side. This is all erosion by the soils. I'm sorry, by soil erosion by wind. Bridge standing out in the lighter tone. Very now we are near to Zanla Palace. The golden light was falling all around. Zangla, the ancient palace. Zangla was one of the ancient capital of the Zanskar kingdom. Quite naturally, it boasts of the hauntingly beautiful place, the Zangla Palace. The palace is located at the top of the hill, and there are few chortens on the way up. Everything looked very surreal. We were the only people that time. In fact, I should mention that on the entire road from the Linshin to Padum, we encountered only few vehicles. It was as we, if we owned the palace. Yes, we felt like that. How interesting the shadows are, friends. On way to Zangla Palace. As Padum, we were here, and Zangla 15 kilometers and 20 kilometers, 35 kilometers. This is Zangla. This is Zangla Palace at the top. You can see at the top. And shadow is making this images more encountering. These are the chortens when we go up near to the Zangla Palace. Light is, although these are the last rays of the day, but golden light, very soft light of there. And these chortens are the sandstorm, you can say, of the Kurgiak. The region is called Kurgiak. Beautiful sight, beautiful sight. This Kurgiak is once Shinkula is crossed and enter the Zanskar, you enter a world that takes you the dreamland. These are surely the land of the Mayans. Kurgiak is the last permanent village, friends. Up this valley, 4,130 meters elevation. Many in this village depend upon the trekking related activities. Near Hunger's Point, Kurgiak Chu, a village, and the soil erosion of the mud you can see in the picture. Again, the soil erosion in the background, few houses. Usually, village comprises of four, five, six houses. Nature at its best. in monochrome study of Jordan's. A lone stone emerging out. This is the color of this water body is just like this. Just wonder. I haven't seen such color of in any river in my life. Turkish blue. Few images of the site. We stopped at this place for 15 minutes and made some images hurriedly. How clean and colorful this water is. Now between Padum and Reru Road, these are the panels of for solar production of the solar energy and some cultivated area you can see around because lot of water is there. C-shaped composition you can see over here, and these panels providing a different dimension. Then another important monastery, Baden Monastery. As I said, most of the monasteries are at the top of the mountains. This is on Padum Reru Road. These pictures are taken in the village near village Cha. Just see the shape and texture of this dry mountains, and in between this way road. Yesterday in vertical, and the another study of Chartans. We are very near to Purne. Purne is a very isolated place, very small place. In fact, we don't have any hotel in Purne, so we are approaching to Purne now. And this is the view of Purne from the top. Another from this village here we will enter here. Another place from the top aerial view. And as I said, there was no hotel in Purne. We stayed in the homestay, and owner of this place was this lady, Madam Selden, and he took great care of ourselves, provided us a very nice food, comfortable stay. It was very new experience to stay over here. Then from Purne, a trekking to Futkal Monastery. This is very, very important. A trek to Bhuktal Monastery from Pune. There are some places that you simply want to visit in spite of difficulties. Bhuktal Monastery is one such place. Yes, it is. It is. Very steep ups and downs, about 12, 13 very steep ups and downs. तो जितनी मेहनत आपको जाने में करनी थी उतनी मेहनत लौटने में भी करनी थी. Also known as the Cave Monastery. Bhuktal Monastery trek is about 9 kilometers both ways. One way, 4.5 kilometers. About 15 steep ups and downs. It takes about 3 hours from Purne base to Bhuktal Monastery. I was in two minds whether I should go for this trekking because they said trekking, this is a very difficult trekking route. So, but then I decided, let's see, I go. Let's see. Bhuktal Monastery is the Buddhist monastery located in the remote Langnak Valley in the southeastern Zanskar in the Himalayan region of Ladakh. It is one of the only Buddhist monastery in the Ladakh that can still be reached only by foot. We can reach there only by foot. No motorable road is there. The Bhuktal monastery is built around a natural cave, which is believed to be have been visited by numerous stages and sagas and scholars and translators and monks. This monastery is believed to be about 2550 years old. So I was in two minds whether I should go for this trekking or not, but finally I decided. And it happens, this code is very appropriate. All you have got to do is decide to go, and the hardest part is over. Yes. So this is the Bhuktal monastery in the rocky terrain. of this mountain, more than 2,000-year old. Just imagine. So we started. This is pictures taken during the trekking. These are some of the ladies, native ladies, having very colorful uh, clothes. And what a beauty during the trekking. So some of the picture during the trekking, friends, I am sharing with you. It was very hard for me, but बिना मेहनत के कुछ मिलता नहीं, ये कहावत बिल्कुल ठीक है. So lot of hard work, but lot of beautiful images we were made. And color of the river, just see the color of the river. That's why I said some very new experiences I had on this trip. Such a water I have never seen in my life. The western side, the side for the movies, western movies, just similar to that. These structures. The only way to bring things by these khachars, ponies, very narrow ways there you can see, very difficult to climb, difficult to track. And this is the old bridge on the river. And this is the new bridge, recently built. Just see and enjoy the images. I am not going to describe in words. These images cannot be described in words. Now, this is the gateway. We are near to that. जब मैंने इसको देखा तो मुझे थोड़ा सा बहुत राहत हुई कि now we are very near to monastery. And this is the modern structure, yes, built very late, but very colorful. Now you can again see the Hoptal Monastery built in the rocky place of this mountainous place. Wonder of wonders. 2000 years back, they built this monastery over here. Just imagine. Now, from Purne to Manali, we started, and on the way, we camped at Mount Gumboranjan. We come to that. You can see Mount Gumboranjan over here, and the sun making a starburst. And from Purne to Manali, the distance is 180 kilometers. And from Gumboranjan, Mount Gumboranjan towards Manali, about 50 kilometers are very, very rugged road, full of boulders. As such, there is no road, you can say. Now you can see Mount Gumboranjan. This is a sacred mountain. Nobody is allowed to climb on that. Just like a shivling, it is looking like. And beautiful clouds on the uh, blue sky. This is in monochrome on the river side. Again, the foreground, the stony structure in the foreground. Another viewpoint of the Mount Gumboranjan. Again, the color of grasses. The different, only this grass on this, at this particular region I found in the green color. Otherwise, in all the region of Zanskar Valley, where I encountered with the brownish, orangish, yellowish, reddish color of the grass. But here, since lot of water was there, this may be the reason. Some patches of the green grass were there. Another viewpoint. It was beautiful sight, friends. We are approaching near to Mount Gumboranjan. Mount Gumboranjan, or God's Mountain, is a standalone, lofty, very steep rocky site located in the Kargil village of Zanskar in Ladakh region. Gumbo Ranjan lies along the Dharcha Padum trek route, It is considered to be the holy by the local inhabitants who practice Tibetan Buddhism in one of the most secret sites of the Zanskar Buddhists. Now approached much nearer to the Gumboranjan. This is the, where we had our tents. We camped here for a night and a day, a half daytime, and in the night, this Milky Way was shot over there under the guidance of Mr. Umesh Gogna. This is the first time in the life I did this Milky Way. These are the tents where we stayed in the night. This is the riverside, and this is the Gomboranjan and the stars of the night, and this is the Milky Way. On the other side of the Gomboranjan, sometimes it happens that we used to be so engrossed taking picture on one side. Gomboranjan was at our front, and we were all making pictures Gomboranjan from the different angles, from the different running from here and there. But opposite to that, there were all also possibility of picture making, and these images from the opposite side of the Gumboranjan friends. From the same spot, when we turned our back to Gumboranjan, this image was made, and again this image was made. So we'll have to explore the place from all the parts of it. And here we have all this folding table and stools, and we had a khichdi over there. The stove was there, and khichdi was made, and we had the khichdi as our. We had a early dinner, friends, and this is. It was very cold that time. Sun is already set, and this is another day. The next day we camped here for the night, and this is early morning. The sun is started rising. There is no light on the Gumbo Ranjan, uh, but this picture was made. Light is coming. How colorful background it is, and little later, then some rays are on the Gumbo Ranjan. So these are pictures of the next day. Next day, early morning, and now we are on the way to Manali, and from Gumbo Ranjan, about 15-20 kilometers was the it was very tough terrain. There was no road as such. Lot of boulders were there, and since the vehicle was vehicle was four-wheel drive, we were able to cross it. Now we are entering to these are the circuitous road making by. Just see how beautiful it is looking, having some colorful vehicles on the metal road recently built. Border road, something like this department is it is taking care of making road in the region. And this is the Shinkula Pass. Shinkula is on 1600 580. It was the wind was blowing like anything, and it was very cold. We were at the highest place, also known as the Singla Pass. Singla is the mountain pass in India on the border between the Ladakh and the Himachal Pradesh. The world's highest tunnel will be constructed by the Border Road Organization, BRO people, yes, at the Singla Pass at 16,580 feet. This tunnel will be connecting Himachal Pradesh to Ladakh. This is some pictures were made in the surroundings of Singla Pass. Now, this is Dharcha village you can see in the Jispa. We are entering to the Himachal Pradesh now, Jispa Valley. And here you can say on the right hand side is the Atal Tunnel and Manali. Manali is 100 kilometers from here, and Atal Tunnel, our engineering marvel friends, I tell you, is 67 kilometers. On left, we go to Leh. and Sarchu. So we are very near, about 100 kilometers to Manali. And this is the Atal Lake. Near Atal Lake, this picture was made. And now we are at Manali. Some pictures were made. We are all very much exhausted and tired, but the urge of picture making was always there. So this is very famous temple, Manu Temple of Manali. And this is the Manali View Resort Hotel where we stayed. That's very beautiful hotel with all the modern and amenities and very beautiful sight also. From the room itself, you can see a beautiful sight. You can see over here, friends, from the window. Big glass windows were there. Then some of the pictures made in Manali itself. And gala dinner, our first gala dinner at Johnson's Cafe. We have delicacies of the region there, trout fish we enjoyed. So this is the night of the first day. Then second day we had a walk of about 4 5 kilometers and have some fun in the stream of the water there of the region. Beauty was spread over everywhere, friends. Then on coming back to hotel on the way, we had some tea and biscuits on the roadside cafe. और हम लोगों ने डिफरेंट लोकेशंस पे वी हैड सम स्नैप्स ऑफ आवर सेल्स और मुझे गुलजार साहब की ये 4 लाइनें याद आ रही हैं विच आई एम शेयरिंग विथ यू फ्रेंड्स. तस्वीरें लेना भी ज़रूरी है ज़िंदगी में साहब, आईने गुजरा हुआ वक्त नहीं बताया करते. These images will remind me that we were there at this beautiful place, and this is the power of the photography films. And on the second night, we have this place is Il Forno. This restaurant is famous for the pizza. We had a very tasty pizza over there. And here we are about to enjoy the pizza. Uh, so now, day 13th, it was 4th October 2021, 5 a.m. sharp. We started from Manali to Delhi, and distance was about 550 kilometers. And this is the vehicle on which we have traveled totally around 3,500 kilometers. And Zanskar Valley is undoubtedly when we are at the end of my presentation. Few more minutes, friends. Zanskar Valley is undoubtedly one of the remotest places in the world, whole country. But at the same time, it has been one of the most beautiful one as well. The famous attractions in Zanskar are the worth a visit not only for the natural beauty but also because it offers adventure. I would like to mention here one of the greatest power of photography is it takes you and me virtually to the places where you could not or may not visit physically. Yet by seeing the pictures or photographs of that place, we can virtually visit it. This is the greatest power of photography. And one more thing I would like to share you with you friends that 95% of the images which shown in this presentation was made with the mobile camera Vivo 60 Plus Pro mobile. And these days I am using mobile to a great extent and I am enjoying it. And it is said the future is of mobile. And a study was done by the Sony. Smartphone will kill DSLRs within 3 years, says Sony. Smartphones, cameras, and DSLRs have been moving in opposite direction for the first few years, and image quality from phones will finally trump that of their single lens reflex rivals by 2024, according to Sony. President and CEO Sony Semiconductor Solutions Terushi Shimizu told in the business briefing it is expected that still images from smartphones will exceed the image quality of single lens reflex camera within the next few years. So the future is of mobile photography, mobilographers, and this is Mr. Umesh Gogna, and he used to take many trips around the year, and must we were we took this Zanskar master class of Mr. Umesh Gogna, 13 days trip, and his numbers and details were there if anybody is interested. So, friends, thank you so very much uh, for listening me for such longer time. I went into the flashback uh, to be there again by seeing my pictures over there. So now I stop sharing my uh, window. Uh, So it is up to you. If you have some questions, I will be happy to answer them.
Yes, thank you so much for giving us actual travel. We actually traveled through your photographs from through the Jasper Valley, through the Sudu Valley, and all the places. So we really have some questions, um, and I would like to ask you a few questions. First of all,
Please go ahead.
what I was thinking, like that, you had been to that place, which is quite very difficult. The weather is completely different from what we see in our places, like in Lucknow, what you see
Right.
and what we see in Kolkata. So, uh, and secondly, it was really very difficult for us to travel or scale those heights, or it's walking so much. So apart from that physical problems like walking and combating weather difficulties, what else, what kind of other difficulties that you had, that you faced while taking this trip?
Uh, Sanchita ma'am, first I will share my experience. We were all the time we were so engrossed in making the pictures that there may be many difficulties, but we didn't feel. Yes, at the height we have, as the oxygen is less over there, so we have some breathing problem. But Mr. Umesh Gogna took us very gradual to the places from the highest place. So the acclimatization of the body was so gradual. We didn't face anything. So this is very important how to plan your trip of such difficult places. This is very, very important. The person with whom you are going, or if you are going on your own, you should have the best knowledge of that region of the uh, place. This is very, very important. But
Yes.
nowadays, after coming back, few months back, a few of my friends from Kolkata, they visited the Zanskar Valley. Lot more people started going to this region now. Uh, but if you compare, uh, lot of people are going to the e- easier location of Ladakh in the large number. But even today, Zanskar, few people are going to Zanskar, but people have started going to Zanskar region. Uh, uh, Adventure riders on motorbikes, lot of
Yes.
people we saw on the way itself. So there was problem of maybe problem of food and all that, but all the problems were overshadowed by the beauty and the experience of that region.
Absolutely. Well, we have another question from Shamubrata Chakraborty, and he's
Yes, please.
asking, the region being very cold and dry, any special
Yes.
protection needed for the camera gears?
No, no, not at all. We were there in late September and in the beginning of October. It was very cold, but as far as the camera equipment is concerned, no, we did uh, no precaution was taken, and our camera equipment worked uh, very, very well. But you should always have a very good jacket
Yes,
when you intend to go Zanskar Valley or even Ladakh. A good jacket you should always have with you because some places are very cold. The camping site of Gumbo Ranjan and that Rangdum, those places were, and then that the last place I forgot the name. Very 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 cold it was.
Okay.
But we
So,
should we should learn to enjoy these difficulties. So that is how you can overcome these difficulties of the difficult terrain.
okay. So, I have a question. Like,
Please, please, ma'am.
my question is actually, when we talk about Jaskar, we think that it's a place for taking astrophotographies and all,
Yes, yes,
especially. But in your collection, the collection that we saw, there were two photographs. One was
right.
from Jaskar actually, and another was not from Jaskar. But apart from that, there were not many night photographs.
No, both the pictures from Zanskar Valley. First picture was taken that Putekche. It
Yes,
comes in the Zanskar, and the second one from the Mount Gumbo Rangjung.
yes,
Uh,
that is on the way
yes.
to Manali.
So yes, we camped there for 1 night and a half of the day. So uh, both the picture from the Zanskar region, uh, very frankly, from the very beginning, I am not very much interested in the astrophotography, man. My
Okay.
interests are different, but uh, I did some because all the three photographers were doing. They were very interested in the astrophotography. So I
Okay.
also tried my hand. So two images I shared with here because that was not my prime interest. Very frankly, I'm saying. But yes, lot of people go to the Zanskar region for this astrophotography.
Yes, yes. And the your night photograph of that cafe in Manali, that was very beautiful with a blue light coming, seeping from
Yes,
back.
ma'am.
Mm,
Yes.
But from your collection that we have seen, no night photograph also I couldn't see yet. That means beyond
Uh,
sunset.
yes,
Is
no.
it, is it because of
Some pictures
very
were
cold?
there when the sun was set. The very last rays, or even those last rays, were not there. Few pictures were made, but not in the night. I'm not interested in night photography.
Okay.
My
Okay.
interest is very streamlined,
Uh,
you can say, right?
yes, color, light.
Yes,
Well,
form and color and texture. Uh,
yes,
in my landscape also, you will see that
lot
different
of light.
texture and forms and
Yes,
color
yes.
combination of that.
So we have another question. That is the basic question, like from Shama Prasad Chakraborty. He has
Yes, please.
asked how to develop a photographic eye.
Yeah, this is very difficult to answer. The technique, the technology one can learn, but as about the art and aesthetics, this is the very gradual process. And I believe, I may be wrong in my thoughts and perception, I believe when we talk about art and aesthetics, these things are given by Almighty God. For a general person, up to certain height he or she can go. Beyond that, if God has given you that talent, you can go beyond that. If not, you cannot go beyond that. This is my belief. I may be wrong. So, uh, to certain extent, this can be developed, but beyond that, it is God gifted thing. I This is my belief.
Okay, it's okay. I understand.
I
So
think you are having some different perception. If you have,
no,
please share
not
with me.
exactly. Not exactly. What I feel is, uh, if we nurture something, then it like develops. Like if I see a lot of photographs and if I try to analyze, it can be developed.
It will help.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. As you say,
tremendously.
to
It
a
will help.
certain
Yes.
extent. To a certain extent.
Uh,
I agree.
but my thinking and my belief is that you should have the natural God gifted talent. If you nurture that talent, then one can go to a different height. This is
Yes,
my belief.
absolutely right, right, right. Well, I got another question. It's Why did you take the Drung Glacier shot?
Which uh,
Glacier?
Drangdrung? Yes, I shown some of the images of
Yes.
Drangdrung
So
Glacier. Yes,
you took it vertically.
yes, one image, one or two image was in vertical. Rest of the images was were horizontal.
Yes. So, just to he has asked me why.
As I said, when you are such a place, you should explore everything. You should make
Possibility.
your frames horizontal, vertical, from this place, from that place, using the different focal lengths, going little up, going little down. So place should be explored fully, 100%.
You have mentioned you have used your mobile for
Yes,
90%
yes,
of the
yes.
photographs.
More than 90%, more than 95% images were taken on this presentation were from my mobile camera. And I would also like to share that for this trip, I purchased a new mobile, spending a
Okay.
lot of money. I I was from the very beginning, I was very against for to buy expensive mobile. But for photography, I purchased an expensive mobile for specifically for this particular trip, and I was very satisfied that I did it.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I don't think
My pleasure.
there is okay. There is no question because maybe or everybody is so enthralled by the beautiful pictures. So thank you so much. And before we conclude, I would like to mention two things. One is that on the 18th September, we have our third and the last masterclass session with Sri Vivek Das, which is
Very nice.
to be happen on at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. and on
Very
product
nice.
photography. So the viewers, please don't forget to join. And before concluding, I would like to welcome Sri Oshim Maulik, uh, our very own Oshim Da, our Vice President of Damdam Photo Unit. So over to you, Oshim Da.
Thank you, Sanchita. Good evening, friends, and Namaskar, Anilji.
Namaskar, namaskar, Asimji.
Namaskar, Namaskar. Actually, I am speechless. I am still lost in the photographs that you have shown to us from Srinagar to the Zanskar Valley and various places that you have visited during your 13 days journey. The 13 has not been unlucky for you. Anyway, the date you have started your journey was 22nd of September 2021. That is about a year back. Actually,
Yes.
that is an equinox day, autumnal equinox day, I believe. 23rd is the equinox. Autumnal, when the day and the night are equal. And fortunately, 70 years back on that day, I was born. So that was a very special day
Oh,
for me. When you started that January on 22nd, it even immediately it strikes my mind that this is a
wonderful.
very special day for me.
What a
Anyway,
coincidence. What a
but
coincidence.
oh, it's a coincidence, and but the photographs that you have shown us, I don't know what are the words to explain those. And more surprising is that almost all of these were taken by your mobile phone. How?
Yes.
And the colors, textures, details are so much what should I say? They are no match of with the DSLRs. Actually, I don't know whether DSLRs can take, because the man behind the mobile was Anil Risal Singh. That may be a reason. Just you had been telling the way how to become a good photographer. Actually, what you have said, only agree with you. Bhimsen Joshi is born. By practice, you cannot be Bhimsen Joshi.
Yes, yeah. I
Anil,
believe that way. Yes.
yes, sir. This. The genius is always born. No man can become a genius by practice. And similarly, no one can become Anil Risal Singh so easily.
My God.
practice and attachment some common pictures. That's true, but it's very difficult
Thanks
to
for your
get.
kind
Please, thank
words,
you.
Simri. Thanks for your kind words.
And thank you, thank you. Now, the last episode that we have seen you showing us your pictures on structures like this. What it was about. After seeing all the photographs of our Sanchita, she said something to me, to us rather. After seeing all the photographs that were shown by Mr. Singh, আমি প্রেমে পড়ে গেছি. Do you
I
remember
know.
Sanchita?
He is in love with you, Mr. Singh.
Could you
We
understand what
all
did I
are
say?
actually. We all are.
So on that date, Sanchita
You
said,
couldn't say
আমি
this in English.
প্রেমে
man.
পড়ে গেছি. Okay, I don't know on whose on Anil Risal Singh or on his photographs. But I was wondering what she will say today, because today's pictures were from heaven only. Actually, I
Thank you,
had
sir.
been to Pangong Lake and Ladakh about 15 to 20 years back. And on reaching Pangong Lake, I thought I have reached heaven. I should not return from this place. Especially in the night. The night sky was so beautiful.
Yes.
I was wondering, is this the sky in the city like ours? So much of moist and pollution is there, so we cannot see the sky
That's
like
right.
that. And in this Pangong Lake, I stayed there for 2 days, 2 nights and 1 day.
Oh, very nice.
So that was wonderful. And the water that you had been describing, the bluish color, turquoise blue,
Yes.
fantastic.
Our
That I
country is
don't
very
know.
beautiful.
Very
Very-
beautiful, very beautiful.
Very beautiful. And very,
Very beautiful.
different
Actually,
beauty you will find everywhere. Very diverse
Actually-
beauty.
very diverse. And the unity in diversity is the India's
Yes, the
special
right
thing,
phrase. Right phrase.
right place for India. Now, most of us would not be able to go the places that you have visited because of so many hazards. First of all,
Yes, I can understand. Yes.
so it is very difficult. But through you and your eyes and your lens and your mobile and your, of course, very beautiful presentation, we have been touring that place virtually, and really it has been a very, very enjoyable evening altogether. And
I
we
feel
look forward
very
to
happy to hear this. I feel very happy to hear this. Thank you,
Thank you.
Asim
Thank
da.
you. We will definitely have you in future and have the pleasure of seeing your beautiful
Certainly,
photographs.
anytime, anytime.
And the friends who have seen it, they must have enjoyed the show. And next Sunday also, please do join us. Thank you, Anil ji. Thank you very much.
Good night, and once again,
Good
thank
night.
you, Dum Dum Photo Unit, for giving me that.
And with these words, we are signing.